one more turn. Episode 204, Say Too Much.
Who was that?
Nobody. And on nothing that I can't deal with later. Now, these drafts of the Doe contract show Carson's handwriting to be small but neat. He goes into much more detail about his feelings behind his thinking and the evolution of these drafts than Riley.
Listen, lady.
Oh, where are your manners, Hudson? I know you figured out who I am just by the way you're looking at me. You forgot to introduce me to your friend here.
If I'm just a friend, then I'm a friend with...
Too much exuberance to share. Feeling smug. You have been around me a while. As for you, well, you didn't bother to introduce yourself either. How often do you get to do that anyway?
Like you don't know it was very often. You see, Bella, I'm not just any lady. I'm Avery.
Oh, so you have a first name and you know what it is. Splendid. So what?
You mean to say Hudson has never mentioned me? I'm Riley's former business partner.
Oh, he's mentioned you, but not by name. At least not that name. I figured that meant you were unimportant.
Well, Hudson mentioned you by names many times. Of course, not your actual name.
Are you implying...
If you have to ask...
Save your scratching and clawing for our targets, you two.
Carson wrote almost twice as many notes as Riley. Trust me, she practically has her tablet glued to her hand every waking moment of her day. If he's anything like Caleb, he prefers pen and paper for collecting his thoughts in permanent form.
Hold the mustard. How do you know what Caleb likes to collect his thoughts on?
All three of them are ill-advised to put such thoughts in any kind of retrievable, reproducible form.
Though, to be fair, you two tend to record far too many of your actions in audible form.
Hey, again, lady, how do you know Caleb collects his thoughts on paper?
First, what's it to you? And second, if you don't watch your tongue, I'll show it to you, if you catch my meaning.
Then you can catch 5 of my fingers rolled up into a ball as they connect with your...
Bella dated Caleb, and after she dated Carson.
A player of games in real life as well as on the computer. How seamless you are. And your clothes, too, it seems. And at work, no less. Same caller again?
What if it was?
That's a loud yes to my question in all but word. You say it's nothing, and no one you can't deal with later, but I need to know. Will you?
Even the likes of you must have realized from working with Riley so closely for so long that Hudson did all of the heavy thinking for both of them. If he can do that, then you can be assured he'll take care of something when he tells you he'll take care of it.
The likes of me? Do you care to elaborate?
If you have to ask...
Why don't you two continue our conversation about lawsuits without me while I go to reassure one of you by proving the other all in one fell swoop? I know I can get Bella into thinking of suing Caleb and Carson instead of Riley. No lawsuit casting a shadow over her, she'll be more inclined to keep pressure on Acme Smith's board to keep them from releasing the restored audio Carson video.
For all you know, Riley released the video herself so she can control its timing and context. That context? The stress Bella put Carson under to act in a manner that he otherwise would not. A lawsuit against any or all of them, it doesn't matter. That will cast a shadow, as you put it, and increase the likelihood of that video's release. You know I don't want that, and you don't want me to do what you know I will do if it happens.
Gary, it's only a matter of when, not if, someone is going to get sued over the terms of the Doe contract. We both know it, so why not acknowledge it?
Hudson, are you suggesting that I've set your challenge up to fail regardless of what you do or don't do?
I'm not suggesting it.
Well, find a gold star sticker and plunk it beside your name. You may have fooled Riley with your brain and my daughter with your brawn, but you got no hold on me. Unless you want portions of the Bella and Hudson show making its rounds across social media, you will keep the Doe contract out of the court of law. The court of public opinion will have a field day with your reputations if you fail.
Sticking it to me I get, but your daughter
chose to further herself at my expense. I've convinced my law firm's board of directors not to pursue disbarment proceedings against me, but they're making my ability to carry out decisions affecting my own business all but impossible.
You challenge me to keep Bella on my side while working against her at the same time.
That sounded like a statement rather than a question.
So you can still be taught new tricks, you old dog. Shame you can only play dead.
Ageist prick. Bottom line, get used to working for me and not the other way around, or not at all. Your choice.
I've got your number now, you senile fool. You didn't even realize you just broadcast it. If you two are texting each other while in the same room, I will mock you both mercilessly.
I'm going over the dough drafts once more to see if we're missing anything, while Avery...
Actually, Belle, there's something I want to run by you. Avery, if you'll excuse us.
What are you doing? Avery and I were starting to work together. Isn't that what you...
That snippet Gary, your father, played for me of you and I... in your office? I asked him to send me a copy of it, and he did. Let's take it and put it online. We'll promote it as ourselves, controlling the timing and context of its release. We admit that we were wrong to carry on that way at work, but that we're taking responsibility for it now. That we were, and still are, in love and worthy of redemption.
For the sake of our relationship, on any and every level, I'm going to try and pretend that this conversation did not happen. If you want there to be any chance of me being successful in doing so, you'll make yourself scarce around here until I tell you otherwise.
One More Turn, written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud and ECAT2468. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Avery, voiced by Jennifer Lund. Hudson, voiced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Bella, voiced by Annalie Cartamandua. Barney. Gary, voiced by Christopher Blauerfackel Ryder. Sounds courtesy freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceovers by Jordan Lund. Visit the official One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net. On the next episode of One More Turn.
We've all got our vices, and that's yours. I will not enable it by not doing something I know I can do.
First Mom, now Bella. What business is it of theirs?
Long before any of this nonsense with Riley, the Doe contract, the video, we both agreed that we needed to do without those crutches that we let do more harm to us than good.
Then why do you still work here?